It is most appropriate to begin with some lyrics actually written by Bob Dylan in 1964 for my opposition to this resolution. This resolution which points out many of the crimes that are being committed across the pond, Madam Speaker. From his song, With God on Our Side. I've learned to hate the Russians all through my whole life. If another war comes, it is them we must fight. To hate them and to fear them, to run and to hide, and accept it all bravely with God on my side. Now, it's understandable that wars and their resolutions usually lead to more war. The Crimean War in the 1850s inevitably set in motion to the Great War, or the war to end all wars, World War I. The end of that war with the Treaty of Versailles led to the Second World War. The end of that war with the Marshall Plan spurred on many other smaller yet very impactful wars until here we are. But what is spurring on a third world war of nuclear proportions right now? We are. When even Henry Kissinger states that the need for Ukrainian concessions for peace within the balance of power, one must raise at least one eyebrow. What is going on? There is no unrestricted submarine warfare sinking supply ships of ours. There is no 1941 Lend-Lease Act, which was enacted after the intense debate and polling around the topic where FDR led brilliantly with his fireside chats, and American citizens were in tune because it officially ended the United States' neutrality against other world superpowers. There is just a give more agenda. It is actually Rep. Slotkin's bill that was signed, and it is called Lend-Lease, giving taxpayer dollars to an entity that also has been commonly riddled with headlines of corruption post-2014 from outlets like The Guardian, Vox, and Reuters, the latter being titled Ukraine's Neo-Nazi Problem from 2018. This resolution condemns crimes. That is a good thing. But who is to enforce justice of all of these valid accusations? Team America, World Police? The United States seems to have sabotaged the Nord Stream pipeline. Is that a crime? Environmentalists? What if the sent tanks and Patriot missiles are used in crimes? What about the billions of taxpayer dollars which could be also used for crimes?
Representative, please keep your comments to the resolution. Speaker recognizes Representative Paquette.
Yeah, so there are many crimes that are pointed out in the resolution, so I'm speaking about these crimes. But yes, I will do so. I appreciate that. And the Lend-Lease bill is what yields to the humanitarian assistance that the resolution also points out. So Lend-Lease, with a history of that term, which for some reason was used in this bill, is what I'm referring to, because Lend-Lease was decided for the Allies after years of a real Winston Churchill convincing the United States of its need to defend against hegemonic threats. Lend-Lease gave supplies, much of which went to Britain, but supplies that were also sent to China, France, and yes, the Soviet Union. A relevant fun fact is that the Ukraine, as it was called then, it was a part of the USSR. In 1941, Nazi Germany invaded that land, and there was a very similar split within that divided region, with Nazi sympathizers and Red Army sympathizers. The aid, Khrushchev said afterward,